Hey everyone, welcome back to Craps University, your go-to source in learning the game of craps. Today we're diving into one of the smartest, most consistent ways to build profit from two of the most reliable numbers on the crap table. That is the 6 and 8 right here. This is the 6-8 press strategy. And if you're looking for a system with strong math, momentum, and solid returns when the table is hot, this is it. So the 6-8 press strategy is a progressive betting system where you start by placing equal bets on the 6 and 8. So this table, my table, is a $25 table. So we're going to put $30 on each of those. And we're going to walk through. So this is really how we press this up and get to a point where we're really making some cash. So decisions have to be made along the way. Let's say we place the 6 and 8 and we have to make a decision on every roll, right? So 8 hits, 30 pays 35. What do you want to do? Okay. You have numerous things to do. You could say same bet, where they'll pay that to you. You pick it up and rack it. That basically pays for that bet now. Or you can say press it by 30 and they would make that bet 60. Or you could do something like that and say full press and then drop $1 for them to make that then 66 divisible by 6, right? I'm not a fan of the power press. I look at everything inside of it by units. And really, this is a $25 table, so we're playing on $25 equates to a unit. I know a lot of people say $6 is a unit. Not for this, because you have to start off with 5 units. So the table, to me, dictates the unit size. If you were playing on a $10 table, it'd be $10 is your unit. 6 and 8, that would be $12. We would just know that. But that's how I look at it, is, you know, I like pressing. I press on the first win. I collect on the second. I press on the third. So basically every other one. So you have to make decisions along the way. So we've talked about the 6 and 8. We know the math behind it. We know you play by the numbers divisible by 6, so you're getting your full payouts. If you say same bet, they just paid the winnings out to you. If you say press by 30, then they'll press it up by 30, or you can say do a full press or a power press, and that means that the demonstration, you would drop $1 to make it divisible by 6. Pretty straightforward. Again, that was a walkthrough of all the different pressing variations. So you win 30, you could say press it by 18, divisible by, we're already divisible by 6. You add 18 to it, that's still divisible by 6. So when do you want to use this? So The 6-8 press strategy does really well when the table is very hot. That means you're in the pocket. We are hitting numbers, the box numbers, and 6 and 8 are showing up quite a bit. That's when you want to use this. So remember, just because you're pressing, you've got to collect. You've got to make sure you're making the right choices when to collect and when not to. Because if you press the 8 5 times in a row and a 7 hits, what good have you done yourself if you did not at least take your investment of, on this table, the $60? Why didn't you get that back early on and then go for pressing, and then it's nice to collect probably every other win, because you're padding your bankroll when you do that, and that's important. I've seen people press, and then they lose it all, where they could have won hundreds of dollars and still press and got that bet up. That's because a 7 is going to show up. So let's do a roll. So here's our typical buy-in, 2,500. We got 2,000 black, 500 in red, and let's just hold off on that. Let's get the... And we are going to couple this roll with a place bet, okay? And we're going to take full odds. So we are really maximizing our wins. 8, easy 8. All right, pretty easy. 30 on the 6. They cap it, they send you the rest. And for that, we are going to take this. Now, the pass line's not part of the strategy, but we're going to play it like it is. We're on the 8. All right, roll them. 3 craps, 3. All right, nothing happening. Hard 6. If you're a hard way player, there you go. All right, so 30 pays 35, but you say press buy 30. Okay, take that 5, you rack it up. 5, no field 5. Looking for an 8 to win. 7 out. All right. We could have paid that bet off. You know, hindsight's 20/20, but you can't look at a single roll as a mistake or whatnot. So we're going to do the same thing. 2,500 to start. All right, coming out. 9. Okay, this is actually a little bit better. We know that 4 times odds we're going to take, and we are going to then give the dealer 30. And this time we're going to take, then press. We're going to same bet, then press. But we are playing 3 numbers this time, that 9. I like the 9, as I've said many times. That's my favorite number. All right, 5, no field 5. Okay. 9, winner 9. Okay. Not a 6 or 8, but we know that win on the 9 pays us 150 odds, 75, 175 total win. Our place bets are off. Pass line is on, of course. Coming out. 8. All right. So what do we do with that 8? Okay, we're on here. We've got it down here, so, I mean, you could double dip, but what's the use? Why don't we take that and just move it to the 9? Or you could move it to the 6. Why don't we do that, since this is a 6-8 strategy and we've already power pressed or pressed that. So on 8, 125 odds, 5 times. 8, winner. All right. Number goes off. We get paid 125 odds, gets you that 150, 1-to-1. So you win 175. We'll take this and rack it. All right, coming out. 7, pay the line. All right, get paid there. All right, coming out. 4. All right, so what's this? We go on the 4, 3 times odds on that 4, because we're trying to reduce house edge. I've got 60 here. I don't have the 8, but what I want to do is I want to move 30 over. Okay? So we got the 6, 8, and 4 covered in this roll. 6. That was a 6. 6. All right. We get paid that, but we're going to press this 6. All right. So since we won those pass lines, we're up, of course. So we're going to press. We're going to take on the next, or we're going to same bet. That's what we're going to tell the dealer, same bet. 7, 7 out. All right. All right, we're off. New shooter. We want to put our pass line down. Coming out. 7, pay the line. All right, just rack it. 8. All right. So this, we've got the 8 back there. We want to take 125, 5 times the odds. And we are going to put 30 there. 6, 8 press strategy. This is what we're going to do. 7, 7 out. I was playing a little bit ago, just running through some different strategies, and I swear I had a 30 roll and probably a 40 roll session, and then when I start to record a video, we're dud, big time. It's karma, I guess. Coming out. 5. All right. On this, we're going to play the full odds. We are going to, so we got the 6 and 8 with the 5 at the pass line. And we're rolling. 9. Center field 9. 9. Back to back 9. Center field. 4. Easy 4. 6. The hard way. All right. We're going to take, then press. On this one, we're going to take some profit, rack that up. $12 midnight. This roll, the field players, it's a dream for them. 6. All right. Tell the dealer, press by 30, and they'll press it up for you. You'll rack that 5. Rolling. Yo 11. 5. Winner. All right. Easy math coming in. We know the odds pays 150. 1-to-1 there. Payout 175. Nice. Rack all that up. We're off. These bets are off. Pass line is always working. 7. Pay the line. All right. Boom. 7. Pay the line. 8. Okay. We're on. And 9 is my favorite number. We're going to move over there. We're on the 8, and we can do 5 times odds. There we go. All right. Here we go. 7. 7 out. As soon as you get it put out, we're collecting. The dealer is. And we're off. Okay. 3 more rolls. We'll play that ass line. And roll them. Coming out. 10. Easy 10. All right. So our odds are going to be 3 times, $75. We're going to put down 60. You can say, you can just put down 60 and say 6 and 8. The dealer will know what's up with that. It'll make you look like a pro too. You don't have to say 6, or you don't have to say 30 on the 6, 30 on the 8. Just hand them the money and say 6 and 8, and they'll know. 10, winner, the hard way. All right, easy math again. We know that 3, 4, 5 odds, the odds 75 for a 10 is going to pay 150 and 1-to-1, so 175 again. Simple. This game is too easy. All right. So we're coming out. Our 6 and 8 are off. Only won $25 at risk, so we got a 5. All right. 5, and then $100 odds. Rolling. 8. All right. We are going to press this one out of the gate. Rack that. We will take on the next one. 9. Center field 9. 8. All right. 60 pays 70. 60 pays 70. We'll rack that. So the next win is a press. All right, looking for a 5. 7 out. All right. Wasn't too bad because we collected a nice one. But here we go. We're off on there. All right, what, 2 more rolls? All right. There, pass line, or ass line, should we say. And roll them, coming out, and 5 again. 5. All right, so call 6 and 8. Dealer just automatic. We know that we can do 5 times the odds. And we're going to collect if we win. And 6, the hard way. 6, the hard way. All right, that bet is paid off. The next win, we will press. 6, easy. All right, so again, press that by 30. Collect it, roll them. 6, the easy way. 60 pays 70, and collection. All right, we're going to press on the next one, and 7 out. 7's always going to hit at some time, and it always does. All right, last roll. Play the pass line. We're off on 5, then we're on 9, and we can do 100 odds for 4 times. And we are going to do 30. All right, roll them. And 7 out. Well, those last couple rolls did us in, but that's craps. So when we look at it, that is short some money. That's about as much as I thought it was. Started with 2,500. We've got 2,250. So we down 250. Bad rolls, but still, we got through quite a few rolls. But on this strategy, it's really up for you to say, do I want to pay that bet off as soon as possible, or do I want to press and get greedy out of the gate? That's really up to you and how you feel with your money. I mix and match on that. If the table feels cold, then I try to get my money back as soon as possible. If it's a hot table and things are just, dice are rolling, then I might press to get ahead of the game, because we know we should see a 7 about 1 in every 6 rolls. I think technically it's about 1 in 8 rolls, but by doing the math, it is 1 out of every 6 rolls you should see that 7. So sometimes it's better to press out of the gate, but if you're on a very cold or choppy table, then you might want to reverse that to collect, so you're at least paying off some of your bets. Yeah. So the strategy, basically, if we're going to review this, is it's based on the most frequent box numbers. It's scalable and customizable. You see, I customized it by playing the pass line, and when I had these numbers already down, yes, I could have taken that back and played the pass line for the 8 and placed that. But what I did is I moved it to the 9. That's a me thing, because 9 on playing craps, I love the 9 for some reason. Everybody gets a little weird about numbers. They have their favorite numbers, and 9 is mine. So this is perfect for hot tables and streaky shooters. We did not have a hot table tonight and a streaky shooter. We managed our bankroll appropriately to only be down $250 out of $2,500. So we lost 10% of our bankroll. And it's best combined with solid money management and a profit plan. That's the key right there. You have to have that mindset of managing your money so you can get into the profit. You know, if we are a cold table, that table is going to heat up at a time. And manage your money to the point where you can have longevity to take advantage of those hot, streaky shooters. And once it's gone around a few times, you know that where your chances are the best of somebody rolling. I don't know what it is, you know. Sometimes I can roll and I can have 10 to 20 rolls, but there are some people almost every single time they're having a good roll, and they're not doing dice control. I used to think setting the dice up a certain way, throwing a certain way was the key, but I don't feel that dice control for me was a factor. There are some people that spend a lot of time setting, looking, getting ready, you know, making sure, throwing, always hitting the same spot. You know, if that's what you want to do, fine. But give them to me and I'll just throw them, because it is random. There's a sense of randomness here. So if you really want to practice strategy, practice live rolls. Start small. Get used to the chip movements. Once it clicks, you'll love the rhythm of this system. Also, when I talk about live rolls, I've been really thinking about doing some episodes on building your own craps table. I'm kind of a DIY guy. Even though I purchased this table, and I have had a lot of fun playing with friends and family at this table, but I'm really truly thinking about doing some episodes on building your own table, a mini table. Not everybody has room for a 12-foot table in their house, okay? I'm lucky. I got a basement. I got a pool table around the corner, and we play more at the craps table than we do the pool table. So if that's telling you anything. But drop a comment. Would you like to see that series starting up with plans, how to, what type of materials, so you can have a little practice station in your own house? I'm waiting to hear from from people on that. Thanks for watching Craps University, and remember, press with a purpose.